Hi everyone and welcome back to Delicado. My name is Ben Moechtar and I'm the manager slash sommelier at this fabulous establishment slash restaurant, wine store and deli. Look, today we're looking at a red wine. Strangely, it's a Spanish wine. We're here in our little Spanish restaurant and this one's a new one. It caught our eye just recently and it comes from a producer that we know very well. They're one of the oldest wine families in the world, still under family ownership. It's called Torres. This is it here. It's just a new one to Australia and it's called Celeste. It's a 2007 red made of Tempranillo and it's from the area known as Ribera del Duero. So it's on the River Duero, which is its name in Spanish. When it crosses over the Portuguese border, it's called the Douro, and that's one of the most famous wine-producing regions, I guess, in Portugal. Anyway, back to Spain. Torres, they've been making wines for centuries, a really famous, well-known company, and they're famous because I think they export a lot of their wines and they offer really good value at really good price points. And they do Cabernets and Merlots and Chardonnays, and not just the indigenous Spanish grapes. So they've won the hearts and minds of wine drinkers around the world. But as I said, this is a new one for them. Ribera del Duero, in terms of its production of Tempranillo, is a little bit different to Spain's famous area known as Rioja. In Ribera del Duero, the nights get a little bit colder and the days are a little bit hotter, so the diurnal fluctuation is a little bit steeper. Now, one of the impacts that has on the winemaking and then on the resulting wine is on the tannins. And the tannins in a wine are what make it taste dry to us, and they give the wine its texture. And they come actually from the skins and the seeds of grapes. Now, if you want to experience tannin in its purest form, go and buy a bunch of grapes that have seeds in them. They may be hard to find these days because a lot of the grapes we buy are seedless. But hunt down ones with seeds and try crunching on the whole grape with the seed intact. And just keep crunching on it and you'll find that you get this really dry astringency on the palate. Now that's simply called tannin. Now we get that both from the grapes, but you also get tannin in wine from oak. So if you get a heavily oaked wine, you're going to get more tannin, so the wine's going to be a bit drier and a bit more textural. Okay, now back to the Torres wine. Because of the area in which it's grown, Ribera del Duero, you can expect that the wines have slightly more tannin. It's a bit harder for the winemakers to get the grapes exactly ripe. It's a bit easier to grow grapes obviously in Rioja, which is the most famous area. So you can expect bigger wines in Ribera. If you like bigger red wines with a bit more texture, I really recommend trying something from Ribera del Duero instead of the usual Rioja. Good deep purple colour, lovely nose of black fruits and earth. And as you expect, or I've led you to expect, a bit more texture and tannin. Lovely freshness on the finish, that's the acidity kicking in. Those cool nights help the wine retain its acidity. So this is a great wine because of its freshness to have with things like roasted red meats, roasted veggies, or some rich fish dishes. In fact, in Ribera, you'll find that a lot of the locals tend to match this particular style of wine with lamb. So, if you're looking for something different in your Spanish reds, look outside Rioja, try Ribera, try the Torres Celeste. Salud.